Okay, turning off 4 lights.
Thanks, Google. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to BayernNow, the ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. Wow. Wow, man. You know what a difference 24 hours can make. I mean, yesterday it was all about Declan Rice. And yeah, we did talk about the Lucas Hernandez story briefly, but there has been an incredible amount of development to the point where even Fabrizio Romano is talking about this. Lucas Hernandez is in talks with PSG. So this is what Fabrizio tweeted. You know, I should pull it up. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I can't believe what I'm seeing. You know, I can't. And the reason I can't believe what I'm seeing is not just denial, because Lucas was supposed to be this player that we treated like one of our own, you know? So it's kind of weird reading these stories now that he could be leaving. So Lucas Hernandez has to communicate his final decision soon. Bayern expect him to stay and sign a new deal as talks are advanced. PSG have entered the race, tempting the player, as this reporter reported, but nothing is agreed yet. That's the only news you need. There was a story saying Lucas Hernandez and PSG have agreed a deal. PSG just need to convince Bayern. That was the story. But, okay, just forget that. So that's not happening. That is not happening at all. There's no agreement between Lucas Hernandez and PSG. I believe what Fabrizio's saying is probably the most accurate, where he's saying PSG is tempting the player. I imagine Lucas was about to get a new contract. PSG came in and said, hey, we can pay you more money. And now Lucas is like, well, you can pay me more money. I get to live in Paris, I suppose, if that's a desirable place to live in. I don't know. He could be tempted. Lucas could look at PSG and want to go. But here's the thing, and why it'd be so profoundly disrespectful from Lucas Hernandez to do this. This is bizarre. One, throughout all your injuries, first of all, Bayern signed him when this man tore his ACL. We signed Lucas. No one does that. No, I mean, actually, we have signed two players that Sane tore his ACL. We signed him, Lucas. So we do it a lot. But no, I mean, Robin probably tore his ACL too, to be honest. That man was injured so many times. The point is, Lucas Hernandez owes Bayern something. He owes us same wages, so he should accept a new contract with the exact same wages, because we have put up with you for 4 years while you've been injured for a majority of games. Every time you got injured and thought of retirement, the club put its resources into keeping you as fit as possible. Nah, man. Lucas only started really being in the team last season. And even then, I believe he picked up an injury. Whether it's his ankle or knee, Lucas Hernandez has not given us enough iconic performances in big games. He has not won anything valuable. I mean, yeah, you can say the Champions League in 2020, but he wasn't really a starter. It was a Davies left back situation, Boateng. It was Alaba left center back with Pavard, or no, Kimmich at right back in the Champions League campaign. So Lucas hasn't done anything in football overall apart from the World Cup. This guy needs to build a legacy at Bayern for at least 2 more seasons before thinking of moving on to PSG. Now, because Lucas owes us, that's why I'm saying I'm trying to keep him. Or that's why I'm saying he should stay, because he owes us. But if PSG come in and offer 80 million, 70 million, I'm taking it. We know Lucas is injury prone. I don't think that's going to change. I hope it does. So take 70 million and look elsewhere. Move on. We have center backs. Upamecano can always develop better. De Ligt is now the main man at the back, and we can take that money and invest in a number of positions. And I'm sure it's easier to recruit for center backs than DMs or than wingers, right? Nah, man, this might be an opportunity for Bayern to make a lot of money. Dude, we are bad at selling. We never made any money on Alaba because he left for free. We should have really sold him the year before that. It's only as of recent that we learned we shouldn't let players get into the last year of their contracts because they can just run it out and then leave for free and get a big sign-on bonus. We should be getting transfer fees on players. We sold Thiago, who just won the Champions League, for 25 million to be paid in installments of 5 million for 5 years. I don't know, something crazy like that. That is not good business. We are not good at selling. We're okay at buying. Dude, the leadership at this club, the people that make the footballing decisions and negotiate the contracts and negotiate the transfers, negotiate the sell fees, bro, we need to change them because they're not good businessmen. They don't know how to maximize profits on a player or maximize revenue. They only know how to balance the books, apparently. Because for the money we signed Mane for, with all his wages, first of all, I don't think Mane should have ever been close to the wages we gave him. We should have a very set wage structure that we never break from, with the exception of players like Haaland or Messi, those guys, these high marketability players that will be worth it anyways because of their image and their brand that they come with. So, yeah, I mean, if we're going to sell Lucas Hernandez, it has to be above 70 million. I don't care if he just tore his ACL. We bought him, activated his 80 million release clause from Atletico Madrid while the man was injured. So with the same injury he has now, except he didn't have all the great performances that he has had for Bayern while PSG were linked to him. So we got to make PSG pay up. Atletico made us pay. Those guys didn't even want to negotiate their release clause. They just said, pay it or not. And Lucas didn't. Look, we got to be stingy. Bro, that's how we have to be. We have to be the rich man that wears $5 T-shirts, shorts all the time with flip-flops. I don't care. We need to have all the money hoarded so that when we do need to spend, we have money to do it. So, look, if Lucas wants to leave, PSG is going to have to pay up. But now we're running the risk of potentially having a situation where he runs out his contract with the guarantee of a big contract at PSG with a great sign-on bonus. And this is why we can't let contracts go into their final year, because it creates a scenario where you have to sell. He's significantly cheaper because of his wage structure and the term that you have him for, or he's going to leave for free. And he can start negotiating with his new clubs from the January before his contract expires. So that's why we have to be careful. Negotiate with these players 2 years before their contracts expire. And that's the smartest way to do it. But sell them fast, please. If we're selling them first day of the transfer window, so we can already start looking forward. Consider Mane, Sane, and Cancelo gone. I love how you think Sane's going, but there's zero links. Sane actually, there's sources saying he wants to renew his contract. For 70 million, we can get Cancelo and a young center back. True, but do we really want a young center back? We want experience at the end of the day, right? Man, I'm just tired. I'm tired of this club, man. Tired. So many links. So much commotion. Jules Koundé says he isn't leaving Barcelona. And you know what's crazy about PSG? PSG want Manuel Ugarte. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. And this is the kind of player that we need, man. This is the exact kind of player Bayern need. He has a 52 million release clause. He is a Uruguayan midfielder with a competent ability in duels. Like, why don't we sign these players? Like, what's wrong with us, man? Oh, I'm just so tired of it. All right. Well, to extrapolate on the stories, according to TZ Munchen, they're saying Bayern are very interested or surprised with reports coming from France that Lucas Hernandez has reached an agreement with PSG. The club has no intention of letting Hernandez go. Salihamidzic and Nep are doing everything to extend the player's contract. So please don't do everything. Please don't do everything to extend the player's contract. If Lucas wants to leave, then bye. What are we going to do? Like, force a man that doesn't want to be here to be here? No, man. If he wants to go, let him go. I just don't get why we... Dude, now PSG are getting Ugarte, and oh my gosh, man. I'm so annoyed. Goretzka's becoming the next Guts. Well, they're not even similar players. I mean, Goretzka was also, I don't know. His potential was never be one of the best players in the world. He also did give us great performances, just not consistent performances. Look, man, I'm just tired. I'm tired. If our board doesn't go all out on Rice, Cancelo, Kane, we will get knocked out in the round of 16 of the Champions League. See how those three names actually improve us significantly? I mean, maybe not Cancelo, because if Davies is informed, then he's a better left back than Cancelo is. But Cancelo would be a better right back than Pavard, and I don't know about Mazraoui. But no, really think about this. Kane getting in our attack. Now Musiala has someone brilliant to play next to. Now Sane can do all his silly passes, and Kane probably controls it with his good first touch and his great hold-up play. Rice next to Kimmich means Kimmich doesn't have to be the lone DM. Declan Rice can hold the midfield by himself, and Kimmich just gives him the engine. And they're both engines. And that midfield would be crazy. Rice gives the physicality, the running ability. He's not like particularly like rapid, when it comes to speed. He's not known for his speed, but he is known for his reading of the game. And then, bro, like, those players improve our team. But guess what? We're signing Conrad Leimer, and we're looking at Kolo Muani. Bro. Kolo Muani will flop at Bayern because he is not the striker we need. We need a different kind of striker. That is the truth. That is the honest truth. Anyone that doesn't know that is lying. Or they're not lying. I guess they're just, I don't know. One bad season. We had one bad season. Now every day there's a report about a club interested in our player. Dude, we had Barcelona. I mean, the Barca fans were convinced. They were convinced. Convinced they were getting Kimmich. I don't even know how. Dude, I don't get it. I don't get it. It was an odd situation. Rice is coming to Bayern. It was leaked at the West Ham training ground. That's not. That video wasn't a leak. It was just him saying "Guten Morgen." That's how he said it. "Guten Morgen." Y'all are getting grouped. Yeah, bro. Everyone's just linking themselves to our players. You got PSG now in for Lucas. Barcelona apparently linked to Kimmich, but I mean, that's a dead rumor now. I don't know. Everyone just wants our players, and I get it. We have great players. See, you know what we have? We have great players in a lot of good positions, but the balance and the chemistry isn't there because we're missing some key parts of the puzzle, right? The puzzle is almost complete. Realistically, Kimmich is what we have is like the Mona Lisa, right? That ugly painting. I mean, okay, everyone says it's beautiful, and for the purpose of the point I'm making, the Mona Lisa is great. It's a great piece of art that I don't care about. But anyways, the Mona Lisa it's interesting to look at for some reason, even though it's just some bland white chick. Anyways, she's a 4 at best, bro. No one ever talks about how bad she's a 4, bro. They got us staring at a 4 like she's some exquisite taste. I don't know, whatever. Now I'm losing the point I was trying to make. Okay, the real point I was making is that it's like the Mona Lisa, but there's her eyeball is missing. Like you're creating a puzzle of the Mona Lisa, and the eyeball's missing, and maybe her non-existent cleavage is missing. So these two parts of the puzzle that complete everything are missing. But in reality, you almost have a perfect picture. We cannot make the point that our players are just all bad. Because no, that's not true. I think we're just missing 2 or 3 very critical parts of the puzzle. Dude, I don't think we'd worry that much about Sane or Gnabry or Coman if we had a striker that was scoring consistently. Because the striker would kind of shadow those performances. He would just cast a shadow on it because he's performing so well. That's how I see this whole thing. So I think if we had Mane sucks, but if we had Harry Kane on, like, I don't care how much you spend for him. And actually, I think there's a decent chance we get Kane because Spurs are not going to want to sell him to a Manchester United because that would mean when Kane scores on them, they'll blame themselves. So Spurs aren't going to be super interested in signing Kane. Or no, Spurs aren't going to be super interested in selling Kane to a non-English club. To an English club. Sorry. Jeez. Oh man, my body's all over. My mouth is all over the place, not my body. This is what happens when I go live before the gym. Is this really what happens? Oh, boys, we hit 111 subscribers on George GFX. 111. 112 actually. Yo, we popping off. Bro, I'm too famous for y'all now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of crazy. I did a video on Logan Paul, and it's blowing up. Oh, no, 2,000 views in 24 hours isn't really blowing up, but you get my point. Hit the like button on this if you haven't. We've got a lot of Bayern news. Thankfully, I know this is probably some of y'all are going, oh, you jinxed us, but I'm kind of happy because the news we have is just transfers, player links to other clubs, and nothing else. Oh, gosh. Okay, Bayern position on Lucas Hernandez not changed despite PSG approach. Okay, so PSG is approaching. The plan is to extend the contract and keep Lucas as part of the team next season. All parties involved waiting for Lucas's final decision on new deal, almost done and agreed since February. So they already agreed terms for the new contract since February. Okay, well, then Lucas has been stalling the signature for 3 months. Okay, I mean, it could also be the club telling Lucas, don't sign this. Actually, that would be the worst part of this. Imagine if Bayern was like, hey, we might get bad news at the end of the season. And when we get that bad news, we need to cloud it with good news. Lucas extends his contract. Because Bayern is a business, and we do have a PR firm we have a PR department. Literally, we have a social media team, a media team that's just training the players on how So we probably strategized and said, if we lose in the Champions League and lose a bunch of trophies, we'll announce Lucas's contract to kind of shadow that, bro, clubs are thinking about these things. Like, don't get it twisted, boys. Every club is finding ways to create PR. So if Bayern made Lucas stall his contract signature just so they could post it later and make it great news for everyone, then that means if Lucas ends up signing with PSG, it's our fault. Like that's really what it means. But this could also be a plan from the Lucas Hernandez camp to push Bayern to offer a new contract. Lucas and his agent could come to Bayern and say, PSG are offering us 5 more millions per year. And then you get a situation where now Lucas, bro, I'm so tired of these players, man. You get a situation where he makes Bayern need to just sell it that. If Lucas says, hey, this contract that we already agreed on, that I already gave you a green light to send me, isn't good enough because I just got a new offer that's better. Bro, I would be pissed. I'd be pissed. So I'm hoping that Lucas Hernandez isn't doing that and didn't stall this long, because it's almost been 4 months since February. Because that would make him look like a complete jackbutt. That's an insult. 2 good strikers like 2013. We had Mandzukic, Pizarro, and Gomez. Guys, did you guys know Mario Gomez is working for RB Leipzig? Where have I been? He is their technical director. Jeez. Mario Gomez works for RB Leipzig as their technical director. How did I not know this? Bruh. That's crazy. What is Leipzig cooking? So that's why I saw him in the stands, and I was like, why is he sitting with the Leipzig directors? He was sitting with, what's his name? Max Erbel. And I was like, why is he sitting with Max Erbel? What do they what kind of relationship? He never played for Leipzig. Then I looked it up later, and this man became technical director for Leipzig. Max Erbel's face is just, that man. Yo, he looks like he's built like a freaking thumb, bro. Max Erbel is built like this. That's how he's built like. Oh, okay. So yeah, we need 2 good midfielders. Or 2 more good midfielders, because in 2013 we had Kroos, Schweinsteiger, Martinez, Gustavo. 2020, Thiago, Kimmich, Martinez. Kimmich wasn't in midfield for the majority, for the most important parts of our 2020 midfield. He was a right back. Thiago and Goretzka were in midfield for that campaign in the Champions League. 2020 is a weird year because of just no fans in the stadiums after February. The Chelsea game was our last Champions League game, Chelsea away, where we had fans in the stadium. It was so good, man. I love that game. I remember watching it. It was just magnificent. Hansi Flick went in with a game plan. We need left-footed center back. I don't think it's a necessity, but I don't mind a left-footed center back. I don't think it really makes you that much better. Harry Kane's incredible season overshadowed by Haaland. Bro, Kane is having a great season. 28 goals at Spurs. And the only reason people just don't care is because Haaland's doing insane things. Jeez, how is Heung-min Son missing all these chances? Yo, Kane's reverse passes are just something else. Oh my gosh, what a pass from Kane there. Bro, this is the bowler we need, man. You know you're a bowler when you just learn like traits. You just start doing things no one ever thought you could do. Like out of nowhere. Kane just became a freaking playmaker, bro. How did bro become a playmaker? Jeez, bro, his passing is so crispy too. Bro, I love how slow he is, but also really like super efficient. That means every stride has a purpose. I'm watching Kane highlights right now. I can multitask. So what do you guys think about Lucas like potentially getting sold? Is it going to be the end of your world or not? I don't think it'd be the end of my world, but I wouldn't want him to be sold. I just hope, I don't know, that PSG are linked and Lucas ends up picking Bayern, because we can't afford to trust this board to replace Lucas, because they're probably just going to sign another young center back that isn't where he's supposed to be. Or, yeah, man, they're not going to be as good as Lucas in the immediate short term. They may be in the long term, but it's like it's going to be too much trust in the board to replace a player, man. And I don't trust this board that much. Yo, Kane out here pulling off nutmegs. Nah, man, what the heck is that goal from Harry Kane? Oh my gosh, what a finish. Bro, his shots from outside the box are just so crispy. Nah, Kane, bro. How that Kane? Nah, sign this bowler, man. This world-class bowler. Look at how Man United changes the club signing Casemiro. I feel like that's what we need to do. Oh my gosh, speaking of Man United, aren't they beating Chelsea right now? Probably. Oh no, they're playing Chelsea, but haven't started the game yet. Okay, I might want to watch that, bro. I might want to watch Man United versus Chelsea. I just want to watch Chelsea lose, to be completely honest with you. I enjoy the demise of Chelsea Football Club. All right. Do you want Camilando to Bayern? I don't know who that is. If Dortmund bottles, they should liquidate. Yeah, bro. I don't know how they bottle this. Especially when the club they're playing are like historical friends with them. Like they're all friends with each other. It's kind of stupid, man. Stupid. But anyways, boys, I'm out. Thank you all so much for watching. Mia, send me and peace. Can we do a watch along? Hell no.